All right, guys, Scott here from the Mental Metal channel and mentalmetaldetecting.com. And today we're going to go over the what was revealed yesterday with the Garrett Vortex new line of detectors they came out with. So we're going to summarize the video here in this article I wrote and put over on my webpage, mentalmetaldetecting.com. If you want to check that out, please go over there and do so. It'll be up here later shortly. We had a Zoom call last night with my Patreon members. We talked about this in extreme depth, went over a lot of stuff that we thought was good or bad about the machine. A lot of people, out there, not in my Zoom group, but or not in my Patreon group, but I'm seeing a lot of negativity out there on this machine already. I'm just gonna say to you guys out there who are just dogging this machine already, we don't even have it in our hands. So let's get this machine in our hands. Let's kick the tires a little bit before we get negative. I'm actually pretty excited about this new Vortex. I think it's going to be a very complimentary machine. Coming from the AT Pro series detectors, I'm excited for him. I hope this is going to work out well for him. Like one of my Patreon members said, we need a good American-made metal detector, and I totally agree. So I'm rooting for you, Garrett. I hope this is a good machine. But in this video, we're just going to walk through some of the things I found in the video, pulled out as the facts that were talked about in the video, and got to get this machine in our hands. I'm hoping to get one from our friends over at Fort Bedford Metal Detectors. And if you guys are looking to get one of these, I would suggest reaching out to those guys as well. Get your name on the list or place an order with them. They're going to be shipping in July, according to Garrett. So a lot of cool things to come here. So let's just kind of walk through what I pulled out of the video yesterday. Like I said, there are 3 versions of the Vortex. You're going to have the VX5, your lower end version. VX7 will be your middle, and the VX9 obviously has the most features available for it. The one thing that really is really cool about these machines is they're all the same machine, hardware-wise. The only difference is software. So Garrett has come out with a new way to update these machines via a software update, and they're going to charge you for that update, but you don't need any extra hardware. So if you wanted to go from a VX5 to a 9, it's just one flat fee, and you download the software update and put it in your machine, and now you went from a VX5 to a VX9. There's no difference. The machine's hardware, all the hardware is the same. So they're really cutting that out and making it very, very simple to upgrade these machines now. We'll go over the different type of coils and stuff later, but I thought that was a very interesting tactic they're using. And we'll make it simpler for people who just don't want to spend a lot of money to buy a new machine, another coil, another set of coils. So that's very smart for them, I think. It is going to hurt the dealers. I will admit that, but I thought that was a pretty interesting move from them. So let's just walk down through here. If you look at the screens and different displays here, I'm not going to go into too much detail about them, but the one thing I do want to point out is the scales here, the bars you can see here. VX9 is 3, the VX7 is 2, and the VX5 is 1. So we'll kind of go through those a little bit. The VX5 has 1 non-ferrous target ID scale, whereas the VX7 has a non-ferrous target ID scale, but also has a simple ferrous scale for obvious ferrous targets. And then the VX9 has a complex ferrous scale at the top, non-ferrous scale in the middle, and a simple ferrous scale in the bottom. So that's where they get into their multi-dimensional, multi-frequency machines. So the multi-dimensional meaning you can see targets and on different scales at one time. So for instance, you got a bottle cap or something, it's going to kind of show you that it's got a good target ID in the middle, but it's also showing you, hey, this is probably a questionable target because I'm seeing it hit on the other scales in the complex and simple iron scales. So you may not want to dig that. So it'll be interesting to see. We'll kick tires on that and see how well that actually works in separation tests and things. But those are the differences as far as the target ID scales and the ferrous scales that you get with each version. And we'll go into more detail here in a little bit as far as other features they're offering for each machine and the differences. Here's a little bit a closer look I pulled out of the video. Their complex ferrous scale iron, non-ferrous scale in the middle, and their simple ferrous scale iron at the bottom. Now this is representing the VX9 version. if you were only getting the VX5, you would only have this middle bar. And if you're getting the VX7, you would have the middle bar and the bottom bar. So you have these two bars. All right. Price wise, how much does it cost? And everybody's probably wondering how much it costs. So Garrett claims the VX5 starting out will be $449. The VX7 is a little bit more in price. It'll be $534, and the VX9 is going to be at their highest price at $599. So a pretty decent machine price point they're offering here. It's a crowded market in that price point. You got a lot of the machines out there like the Nocta score, double score, triple score now. Um, Legend is in that category, I think, pretty close to it. So you have the MindLab machines, you have the Xterra Pro, the Xterra Elite, you have the Vanquish, you have the I'm missing one now, the not the 900 or the 700, but the 700 is pretty close in that range. So there's a lot of it's a crowded market for that price point. So we'll see how Garrett does in it. Um, Going into the search modes, how many search modes does each Vortex have? Well, the VX5 has 4 search modes. You get 0 standard US coins and custom. The VX7 is 0 standard US coins, beach, and custom. And the VX9 is 0 standard US coins, fast, thin coins, beach, and custom. So the obviously the VX9 has more features here, more search modes. You're fast. Steve Moore in the video is claiming it's good for competition detecting, and the thin coins is good for your flat, thin, hammered coins that you find maybe in Europe. Um, Going more into the multi-frequency and single frequency, each one of these Vortex machines, the VX5, 7, and 9, are all multi-frequency. I broke out a chart here just to give you a comparison chart. The VX5 includes one single frequency as well, the 15 kilohertz. The VX7 has 5, 13, and multi-salt. And the VX9 has a 5, 13, 18, 25, and multi-salt frequencies as well. So you got some variations there, but again, if you wanted, if you had the VX5 and you thought, well, I need an upgrade, you can go straight to the VX7 or the 9 with a simple software update. So that's the nice thing about that. It's going to be very, very easy for people to do an upgrade. Went over the multi MDMF. What does it stand for? Multi-dimensional, multi-frequency. It's their new technology slogan for this detector. Is the Vortex waterproof? Yes, it is waterproof, and it can be fully submerged underwater down to about 16 feet, they said. Is it collapsible? The answer is yes. Fully extended, this thing is 57 inches in length, and it collapses down to 24.75 inches or 24 and 3/4 inches, fully collapsible. I thought that was cool too. They did show in the video that the coil rotates so you can make it easy to stow in a bag. That's kind of cool. They're thinking, how long does the battery last, and is the Vortex rechargeable? The battery lasts about 15 hours, and the Vortex is rechargeable. It has a USB-C port for charging. The weight of the Vortex, and this was kind of funny in the video. I don't know why they pointed this out, because typically nobody uses a machine without a coil cover, but maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. The Vortex weighs 2.9 pounds without a coil cover, and it weighs 3 pounds with a coil cover. So, not really sure why they pointed that out. Just thought that was funny. What type of search coils will be offered for the Vortex? They did list them here. I pulled out the screenshot of them. The Ripper coil will be a 5x8 DD coil. It's not available yet, but it will be coming soon. You have the Viper coil, which I hear a lot of people like that coil. It's a 6x11 DD coil. You have the standard 8.5x11 coil that comes with the Vortex. And then they're going to offer a 14x11 DD coil in the future, coming very soon. So we just kind of highlighted that. And what type of headphones are available for the Vortex? You have your MS3 wireless headphones with Z-Link. You have a wired Vortex dive headphones. You have some wired headphones. Now they all require a 1/8 inch jack for the wired headphones, and of course you want earbuds. You just need a 1/8 inch jack for those as well. So some headphone options there for you to kind of look at. The other features I wanted to bring up or mention was the VX5. There's different features here. The reaction speed settings, increased sensitivity settings, number of ID tones, iron volume control, etc. For the VX5, you do not have any reaction speed control. The VX7, yes, you have 2 settings, and the VX9, you have 3. I'm kind of thinking this is more like a recovery speed or a reactivity speed setting that they're talking about. The increased sensitivity, you don't have the ability to increase that sensitivity on the VX5. You do have it on the VX7 and the VX9 as well. There are a number of tones that they are presenting to you. The VX5 is 3, 7 is 5, and the 9 is 5. And you do not have iron volume control in the VX5, but you do have it on the 7 and 9. So there is what I pulled out of the video yesterday. Most of the features they mentioned in there, I may have forgotten or missed a couple, but I think for the most part, I captured everything. I'm really interested in to see how this machine performs. I was not too impressed with some of the tests they showed in the video. They were very basic tests. They didn't show any kind of reaction speeds or anything like that, or how fast a detector could be. It wasn't one of the things they showed. So, and they didn't show a lot of stuff like they did show a nail test, but it was the nail tests are very new nails that they're using. So it'll be interesting to see what these colonial square nails are gonna do to this machine. Um, like I said, I'm holding out some optimism here. I know a lot of people I've talked to are kind of on the fence with what they've come out with. I just tell everybody, give it a chance. Let's give them a chance to see what this machine's all about. I'm looking forward to getting one in my hands. I'm looking forward to using this thing in the water. I've missed my AT Pro in the water tremendously since I sold it. I was very sad when a month later when I sold that machine, because I really did find that machine good in the water. And I had that machine for several years, and I got a brand new one basically from the customer services of Garrett, which are awesome, because my machine was just so old. It was just broken in so many ways. They replaced it for a small fee. I was able to get a brand new machine. So you're going to get great customer support with Garrett. They always offer great customer support. So I'm really excited for them. I hope this is a really good machine for people. Like I said, it's in a price point where there's a lot of competition, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, um, that's really all I have to go over, guys. I thought I covered just about everything I wanted to cover here in the video. But if you don't, if you didn't catch all the video, you can catch all this information out on my webpage, mentalmetalldetecting.com. You can join us over on Patreon, where we have discussions like this. We had a specific Zoom call last night about the Garrett Vortex. Talked about what we liked, what we didn't like. A lot of opinions in the group. But you can join us over there as well. Yeah, just check out the article on my website, and hopefully this was helpful for you. If you're not a big video watcher, then at least you get the text. All right. So, I'm sure as Garrett will come out with more information here shortly on what the machine and everything, all the specs and stuff like that are about. So keep looking for that stuff over on their website, and I'll keep updating you here on the Mental Metal channel. That's it for me today. Rocky's behind me there sleeping, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you